Good morning. Today is Saturday, January 2nd, year 2021. This is our schedule, Saturday morning yoga therapy class. And this is the first class of this year, 2021. Today's class is a beginning for this year. It's called Yoga Therapy and Inner Balance. Let me explain to you a little bit what the inner balance is. Now, many of you can sit down in the ground by now. If you cannot, like many of my friends, participant tells me that we are having a disease. That's why they come to see you, come to your class. If you're able to sit down in the ground, if you can do like what you are doing, we won't be coming to see you. So let's sit down in a chair. Let's talk from the chair. And let's show you the practices, what the inner balance means. So I have a chair in the back. Let me go to the chair and sit down. I hope you'll be able to see me. Yes, this is good. Now, what does the inner balance means? First of all, and what does the inner balance has to do with the yoga therapy? As all of you know, we have an inherent healing power within our body. Okay, let me just tilt it down a little bit so. So we have our own inherent healing power within our body, and basically yoga therapy is tapping into that healing power for proper healing of our body, mind and spirit. So the inner balance, if you talk on from medical perspective, the inner balance is called your homeostasis. And many purists talks about it as a homeokinetics. So whatever happens to our body and mind always goes back to our, we call it a default mode. We call it a default mode network. Very, very important concept. A lot of people will ask you, yes, tell me how a yoga therapy works. Yoga therapy works through activation of your body's own inherent healing power. And how does the inherent healing power comes in play? Inherent healing comes in the play. The yoga practice is called from outside in. Do you know the word? Like when you call exercise, we are working out. And yoga therapy practice is called working in. What is it, working in? Working in means from gross to the subtle to the unmanifest. The gross is connected to our gross body. This is called your gross body. In Sanskrit, call it a sthulo sharir. Sthulo sharir. When it turns inwards a little bit more, turns into your subtle body. Subtle body is called your Shukha Sharir, Sthula Sharir, Shukha Sharir, and then when it gets unmanifest, it causes your called causal body, Karana Sharir, which is connected through your spirit, body, mind, and spirit. And all happens due to a practice of balance. When you have a practice of balance, a simply turning in, that means balance of your physical body through asana, pranayama, and meditation, a balance of the physical body will turn into balance of your subtle body. Subtle body is the body of your mind, and the healing substance for the subtle body, obviously, the balance of the physical body. So coming back, it's a balance of your gross body, then the healing substance of your subtle body, which is primarily your mind, exhalation of the negative emotions and inhalation of the positive emotions. Exhalation we call the 6 cardinals or 6 or Shoro, Ripu. Lust, Kam. Anger, Krodh. Greed, Lobh. Delusion, Moho. Pride, Mad. Envy, Matsharya. Kam, Krodh, Lobh. Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moho, Mad, Matsharya. These are written in the yogic literature. Negative emotions. Positive emotions we all know. This is our love, happiness, healing, health, pride, gratitude. You can go on and on and on. For a causal body, when it's totally unmanifest, after all the healing process, the final process for the healing is word of ignorance and sorrow. So let's start first the healing process. Remember, the healing process also starts, we know, it starts in your emotional brain. Emotional brain, we call it a limbic system. There's a 2 nuclei called amygdala and a hippocampus. Amygdala responds to fear and hippocampus responds to memory. It sends a signal through neurotransmitters to hypothalamus. The hypothalamus is the site of your homeostasis. Hypothalamus keeps our whole body physiological process in order, in default mode. Hypothalamus sends a signal again through neurotransmitters, through your autonomic nervous system, and through your pituitary gland, the master endocrine gland. Autonomic nervous system balances itself with the activation of parasympathetic tone, a rapid shift from sympathetic to parasympathetic tone, and also it creates your stimulating hormones. A stimulating hormones comes to your pituitary gland, and it secretes the hormone through pituitary adrenal axis to correct hormonal imbalances. So basically, the yoga therapy feels that the health is the balance of your body, mind and spirit. Health is called lateralization of our brain. What is the lateralization of our brain? I'm right-handed, right-footed. I'm continuously using my right hand and right foot. If I'm left-handed, left-footed, I'm continuously using my left hand and left foot, not in the right foot. So yoga therapy advises us to use both sides of your brain equally. So starting from here, see, the first thing yoga says that you bring a focus to balance your brain. A focus comes from a hand mudra. See my hand, this is called a Hakini mudra. It touched the tip of your fingers, and you must have noticed that when I was talking, my hand was like this. Today, my hand goes like this when I'm talking with the focus. And I have seen it for so many people who does not know anything about yoga or yoga therapy. They're in a conference, they're paying attention to a lecture, their finger goes like this. I have so many candid camera pictures of the people who are listening like this. They're called Hakini mudra. Very important to start your daily practice for your balance, focusing your mind. Second thing, what we have the attention span of our mind. We do not have proper attention to continue our balancing of both sides of the body. And most of the time, I have a lot of friends in different field. One of my photographer friend tells me, in an online video, when a person looks at a new video on her mobile phone or a laptop or computer, that attention span is less than 28 seconds. Not even 30 seconds, 28 seconds, maybe 30 seconds. And that may be the reason that all the television commercials are 30 seconds. That's the attention span you have on your video, unless that video offers you something to focus and you do something to get rid of that we call it a chitta vritti, chattering of your mind. Unless you get rid of the chattering of our mind. Very, very important concept. For a physical lecture, what you find out, our attention span is around 18 minutes. And you'll see most of our TED Talks, when you get a TED Talk, a very famous talk, about 18 minutes. So to quiet down our mind, to get rid of the chitta vritti, we have a hand mudra. Remember, hand connects through your mind. Whatever you think, hand shows before you can talk. You like something, you say like this. You want something, you do this, without knowing. So this is called your Shankha Mudra, conch shape. Both the hands, right hand wrap around your left thumb, left hand wraps around your right hand, index finger, thumb and touching. This looks like a conch shape. Shankha Mudra, it's to control the chattering of your mind. Chattering of the mind creates anxiety, creates a panic, creates the restlessness. Balance it. See the same thing you do, other hand. Left hand wraps around your right thumb, the right hand wraps around your left hand, touch your index finger and thumb. This is your Shankha Mudra. 3 mudras you start with your quieting down your mind before you start the balancing practices. Then what happens, when you get in a proper balance, you'll be able to do with your eyes closed. When your eyes close, you turn into your subtle body. Subtle body is the body of your mind. So when you close your eyes, you can see exactly every part of your body. See my eyes closed, I can touch the tip of my nose, I can touch my head, I can touch my left knee, I'm touching my left elbow, left little finger, right little finger. I can clearly see my body, that's my subtle body. So now with my eyes closed, and see how easily I can do that Kongshal Mudra, or a hand Shankha Mudra. Right hand wraps around your left thumb, left hand wraps around your right hand, touch your index finger and thumb. This is like a Kongshal Mudra, Shankha Mudra. Practice this. Again, opposite side, my eyes are still closed, left hand wraps around your right thumb, right hand wraps around your left hand, touch your index finger and thumb. This is your Shankha Mudra, Kongshal Mudra. Hakini Mudra, Shankha Mudra, and third is the balance in both sides of the brain. You do, it is called the Dhenu Mudra or Shurabhi Mudra. Dhenu Mudra, basically, you touch the opposing fingers. First you do the eyes open, then you can do eyes closed. Like here, 2 hands, right index finger touches your left middle finger. Right middle finger touches the left index finger. Right ring finger touches the left little finger. Right little finger touches the left ring finger. Then touch both the thumb. It looks like an udder of a cow. It's called a Dhenu Mudra. This is to balance your both sides of the brain. Do the opposite side. Right index finger touches the left index finger touches the right middle finger. Left middle finger touches the right index finger. Left little finger touches the right ring finger. Left ring finger touches the right little finger. Touch your thumb. Opposite side, Dhenu Mudra. When you practice this, the inner balance starts, homeostasis starts. Now you are working in, not working out, working into your subtle body. In a subtle body, close your eyes. See if you can do the same mudra. My eyes are closed. My left index finger touching the right middle finger. Left middle finger touching the right index finger. Left ring finger, left ring finger touching the right little finger, and the left little finger touching the right ring finger. eyes are still closed. I'm doing that same mudra. Same way my eyes are closed to the opposite side. Right index finger touches the left middle finger. Right middle finger touches the left index finger. Right ring finger touches the left little finger. Right little finger touches the left ring finger. The thumbs, my eyes are closed. This is a Dhenu Mudra, Shurabhi Mudra, balancing both sides of the brain. Now, how this thing happens? This happens due to a daily routine. What is the daily routine? First daily routine, when you are sitting down, yoga says, keep your spine straight. In Sanskrit, it's called Merudanda Achal. So routinely, I'm sitting in a chair. Here I'm sitting in front of the chair. My spine is straight. My ear, my shoulder, my hip is in the same straight line. My hip is at a right angle. My knee is in a right angle. I'm sitting very comfortably. Then if I want to relax, this is called your Balo Mushti Mudra. Hand gesture like the baby, called Adhi Mudra. Put your thumb inside and close. That's the way the baby closes the hand. And do that. You know, it's a very fascinating practice. When you keep doing this, all of your aches and pains in your hands will go away. So from today onwards, instead of closing your hand like this, close with your thumb inside and thumb. Put it here and do everything in this posture. If you want to eat, just eat with this spine straight and drive your car. Many people say, you know, I'm shorter, I cannot put it. Very nice, just put a little folded blanket, folded sheet underneath your feet. I like a folded blanket or folded sheet because your slowly and slowly your neuroplasticity will set in and you will be surprised. Today you cannot touch the ground. In a short time you'll be able to touch the ground. This is the flexibility of the body and mind. If you go to the back of the chair, you can go all the way to the back of the chair. When you go to the back of the chair, same thing. Keep your spine straight. So if you're practicing with me, try this. Try practicing your spine straight. Try practicing with putting the thumb inside and close. The more and more you have a relaxation response, more and more you have your parasympathetic activation, you are going to have a better and better balancing of your body and mind. Now the people who have been practicing for a while, they might come and ask me, what is the few practices I can do to my balance? The first important balancing pose is able to stand on your one foot at a time. If you're right-handed, right-footed, see if you can stand on your left foot, 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 40 seconds. Then able to stand with your eyes closed, because once you close your eyes, you take out part of your balancing, then your brain activates more. A lot of other things, like you do a cow face, Gomukhasana. Gomukhasana you have to do equally on both sides. Once your body has a proper balancing, with able to stand on one foot at a time, then you can do all the balancing poses. That comes later. Basic balance is able to stand with a non-dominant foot with your eyes closed, equal amount of time as a dominant foot with the eyes closed. For pranayama, most important balancing pranayama is going to be alternate nostril breathing. Because left nostril is controlled by the right brain and right nostril is controlled by the left brain, and you get the alternate nostril breathing. Now, how to incorporate this balancing practice in your daily body and mind? Now look at what is going to happen. I'm sitting in a chair. I'm going to put my foot over my knees. You will notice it for almost every person. When they're right-handed, right-footed, the right foot is going to go high up first. This is your basic neuroplasticity. That means you are not doing it. Your brain is allowing you to do it. So what is your practice going to be? Your practice is going to be in consciously, if you can put the other foot high up and put it here. As simple practice as this. If you use your right hand all the time, use your left hand. And I always tell you, try to simply work. If you're wiping your, say, the countertop or the table with the right hand, if you have a rag in your right hand, you're cleaning it, just switch, put your left hand and try ragging it. You will be feeling at the initially how much discomfort you have. If you have very evenly right hand, left hand will be all jig-jag like this. But a balance, you'll be able to do both the hands equally. See, I can do it very easily. And I practice every day. I practice every day with my left hand. Always tell you, try brushing your left teeth. Brushing your teeth with your left hand. Initially when you start, your brush will be everywhere. When you start brushing your teeth with the left hand, your right hand will be moving like this. Because your brain has a signal that you brush with your right hand. But slowly and slowly, when you keep doing it, your hands will be more coordinated. So practice this. Very, very important practice. So again, put it up high up here. Stay a little while and consciously do it. And if you like to do the opposite side first, non-dominant side, I will request you to do the non-dominant side first and do the non-dominant side a little longer. Inner balance is not going to come unless you have an outer balance. Unless you have a balance of a physical body and your mind, the inner balance will never come. Same way, sitting down, I do a lot of practice because this is very good for your health of your knee joint, hip joint and the ankle joint. It's called sitting down eagle pose. So when I'm going to do a sitting down eagle pose, look what I'm going to do. I'm right-handed, right-footed. The moment I want to do a eagle pose, you will see my right leg will go like this. So what I'm going to do, and which I do it, it's not, I do it all the time. I consciously take my non-dominant foot. I took my non-dominant foot on the side, keep it here for a while, slowly I turn it around, and it goes around, wraps around. I sit down like a eagle pose. My spine is straight, sitting in eagle pose, and sitting in this posture, I can do any work I like to do sitting in a chair. Also, to keep my spine straight, when I'm doing in front of my computer, I use a chair called a kneeling stool. And I've shown it to you so many times. And a lot of people have sent me a picture of me sitting in a kneeling stool. So notice, I'm sitting, I'm comfortable, and I'm in a Gururasana, eagle pose. This is going to relax my ankle joint, my knee joint, and also my hip joint. wonderful tool to bring the balance back in your undersurface of your foot. So remember, undersurface of the foot needs to be in contact with the ground. And you have noticed it, I don't have to tell you again and again, we always do yoga practice with a bare foot. Do not put a sock, do not put a shoe, barefoot, and you're always in touch with the ground. So I'll request you, especially the senior people, the first cause of death is your fall. Fall will create a death for the senior people, mature people. At home, walk without a socks, without a shoe, barefoot. Barefoot increases the sensitivity of your foot, increases your proprioception, so you understand what is your position for your balance. Very, very important practice. So here I am, see, I'm comfortable. So remember the steps of a yoga asana, the pose. First is called beginning. Sanskrit word is called arambha, beginning. Muscle contracts, ligaments tights up, and let me get into this posture. What I'm looking for, no pain. If I get a pain, I have done an imbalance of my physical body. Remember, balance in a physical body, balance is shown with a pain. The moment you cross your balance, you get a pain. So again, the yoga practice is, do not practice a physical asana or even any yoga practice after taking pain medication. If you take a pain medication, it could be ibuprofen, it could be acetaminophen, but people say, I took 2 Advil and I started doing that. But please don't do it, because you lose your protection, the pain. Even when you have a pain, I have a pain in my knee joint, you do the yoga practice, short of pain. Next imbalance is going to 5 sheets or koshas. Foot sheet to the breath sheet. Annamaya kosha to pranamaya kosha. So if you create any imbalance in your physical body, it shows up in your breath. So if this posture is creating an imbalance, I won't be able to breathe properly. Here, I'm breathing perfect. Before, when I did this, when I do up to here, when I try to, I can feel my breath is getting shortness of breath, or breath, I cannot even take a 3-stage deep breathing. So now you've noticed it, what I have done. I've done with the left foot, I take my right foot, wherever it is, no pain, effortless breathing, doing well. So I wrap my foot and I'm sitting here in a eagle pose. I'm comfortable. Our spine is straight. This is called here in Sanskrit, Sthiram Sukham Asana. Sthiram is a stillness. Sukham is the happy. Asana is a pose. Very nice practice in your chair. This will totally relax your lower part of the body. Remember one thing, balancing will never come until you have the 3 steps of the asana, the poses. Initially at the beginning, the muscle contracts, ligaments tightens up to let me get into the pose. But if I stay here a little longer with my effortless breathing, breathing out longer than breathing in, slowly again to next step is called your stability, called sthiti. When the muscle is contracting, it cannot stay contracted too long. It is going to slowly and slowly start to relax. Before it relaxes, it causes a little bit of fasciculation. On the fasciculation, you can feel your body is showing the sign of fasciculation. A powerful asana which you can feel the fasciculation is a boat pose. When you're laying down, do a boat pose, you'll see your body is having a fasciculation. Arambho, sthiti, then you get a profound relaxation of your whole physical body and mind, which is called your surrender or called visarjana. So you need to come to the level of the visarjana or surrender for proper balancing practices. It's a wonderful way to start a balancing practice. Same way, like say, if you want to do a little spinal twist, I like this chair because I have a handle, I have something to hold on to here. It's a very nice way. So I want to do a little spinal twist. So in a chair, I will do a spinal twist. With the right hand, I'll hold on to my left pole. Left hand, I go to the back. Breathe out first. Take a deep breath in and slowly turn my body all the way to the back and stay in this posture. How long? I stay in the posture between 5 to 10 breaths. Breathing out longer than breathing in. Count of 2, like 2 seconds in, 4 seconds out, 4 seconds in, 8 seconds out. More and more practice, you will see you'll be able to do almost 8 seconds in, 16 seconds out, 10 seconds in, 20 seconds out. So I'm talking, I'm breathing. In fact, I'm singing. I have a completely effortless breath. People ask me, what is effortless breathing? Effortless breathing means you are able to talk. You are able to sing. You are able to be completely effortless. Same way now, hold your left hand with the pole, right hand goes all the way to the back. Same posture. Breathe out first, take a deep breath in, and slowly turn your body all the way to the back and stay in this posture. Stay in this posture. Breathing out longer than breathing in. Slowly come back. For a chair, a nice practice is your sun salutation. Sun salutation in a chair, because sun salutation, if you look at it, there are 12 asana, 12 poses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then from 7 onwards, it turns to the same asanas going backwards. So we'll do it and you will see that it is a proper balancing asanas. That's the way you are going in, same way you are come back into the original position. And we'll do it with breathing. You'll start with the breathing out, you'll end up with the breathing in. If you start with the breathing in, you'll end up with the breathing out. Before we do a sun salutation in a chair, let's do another asana in a chair, which is very important and very relaxing. When you're doing it, you want to relax your whole upper part of the body. So you have done a relaxation of the lower part of the body with the eagle pose in a chair. So for the upper part of the body, total relaxation, you slowly try to do, put your hands to the back, and it's called prayer pose to the back. And you have seen me doing it so many times. Put your hand there, slowly get into a prayer pose, and in a prayer pose, your hands will come up and will stay in the prayer pose. Again, no pain, effortless breathing, and you stay in the posture as if this is your normal posture. There is no effort in breathing, the talking, the breathing. Slowly, so if you keep it a little longer and longer, you will see the relaxation sets in. Your hand is going to high up more and more. I'm sure I have shown it to you before, but maybe I'm going to see it one more time. My hand is way high up. So here it is. You will see it. Me go down. So you can see the prayer pose to my back, and I'm very comfortable in a prayer pose to my back. And I practice it all the time. I'm sitting in a chair. Remember, it's not the practice you do 1 hour a day, 45 minutes a day, whatever you do, it's a practice you continue for 24/7. That is the practice you need to continue. So a prayer pose to the back, keep your hands, and now you incorporate little relaxation of your neck. And relaxation of the neck, there are 4 postures, and it is called a Brahma Mudra. And it is with the exhalation of the sound of a bumblebee. When you have the bumblebee sound exhalation, the vibration of the bumblebee has the same vibration of your brain, same vibration of your body. 2 vibration interacts, cancels, is called harmonic resonance, and your mind quiets down. It's called manasthit. The chattering of the mind goes away. So the yoga says at the beginning, a powerful tool for balancing your body and mind is your keeping your spine straight, called Merudanda Achal, and the quieting down your mind. It's called manasthit. Manasthit and Merudanda Achal. So let's do the practice. Your feet is grounding to see. I'm absolutely 90 degree, sitting in a chair. So my head will go to the back and the front and the right side and the left side. Look all the way to the back in the left, all the way back to the right. Then I rotate my neck from the front to the left, to the back to the right, then right to the back, to the left to the front. It's a wonderful practice. And I want to share with you because I want you to do it every single day. You'll see the effect of it. This will cause a transformation of your body and mind. This is called a balancing of your body, mind, and spirit. This will cause restoration of homeostasis. This will cause your healing. This will cause your gross body to subtle body to causal body. This will cause working in from gross to subtle to unmanifest. Always start with the breathing out. Take a deep breath in and slowly drop your head to the back. Now breathe out to the sound of a bumblebee. Breathe out first. Take a deep breath in. On the side. Looking all the way to the back. Finally, turn your head left to the back to the right and right to the back to the left. Drop your head down, breathe out first, take a deep breath in. Did you notice how easily I can extend my exhalation with the sound of this bumblebee? Very, very important practice. As simply as you tell about yoga therapy, extend your exhalation, extend your longevity. No question asked. So, in a sun salutation, generally what we do, we also do sun salutation in a balance. Like we do sun salutation 2, 4, 6. We do 108 sun salutation during summer solstice, June 21st. We do this is called International Day of Yoga. Do 108 sun salutation. Again, few of our younger staff, they're going for 1008 sun salutation. Take a look how beautiful it is sitting in a chair and how balancing it is. First, put your hands in the front. This is your prayer pose called Pranamasana, and control your breathing, like say breathing out first. Second, breathe in, hand raising pose. Hasta Uttanasana. Breathe out, hand touching your feet, Homeostasis. Hand slowly comes down. It touches your hand on the ground. Slowly, head comes towards your knee. Breathe in, Asya Sanchalanasana. You hold your knee, put your right foot in the front, open your chest and look high up. Horse riding pose. Next is your Parvatasana, mountain pose. Bring your whole right foot in the top. Bring your head down. Touch your head to your knee. Breathing out. Breathing in now. It's called Ashtanga Namaskar. 8 parts of your body touching the ground. Put both the feet together. Hand goes all the way high up. Slowly body comes down. The hand goes in front of you. Then you open your chest and look high up. And then slowly bring your head down towards your knee. Ashtanga Namaskar, breathing in. Breathe out, get into Cobra pose, Bhujangasana. Hold, put your hands, open your chest, look all the way to the back. Now you come back with other asanas in a reverse order. From here, you'll put your other foot high up in a horse riding pose, Asya Sanchalanasana. Feet is going in front, chest opens up, look high up. It's a breathing in. Breathing out. Now we come back to the mountain pose. Going down. Breathing out. Breathing in, you get into hand touching your feet, Homeostasis. Breathing out, get into hand raising pose, Hastavuttanasana. Breathing in, hand comes in the front, Pranamasana, or hands towards your chest. So we started doing with the breathing out, ended with the breathing in. We had the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. The Cobra pose, Bhujangasana is the 7th. That was what? From the 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Other 5 is coming back to the same asana together. So remember that, very important. 5 asanas getting into the Ashtanga Namaskar, or putting your body in the ground. And then the Cobra pose, Bhujangasana, and the 5 steps coming back. Let's do it one more time with the opposite breathing. And with the opposite side, starting with the opposite side. Hands in the front. Now we'll start with your breathing in. So breathe out first. Take a deep breath in. Breathe out. Hand goes all the way to the back. And breathe in, hand touching your feet, Homeostasis. Slowly you come down, hand touching your ground. Slowly, if you look higher first, slowly your head comes towards your knee. Breathe out, you get the horse riding pose, Asya Sanchalanasana. You're starting in the opposite leg now. Feet goes in front, chest opens up, look high up. Asya Sanchalanasana. Breathe in, you get into your Parvatasana or mountain pose. Head goes towards your knee. Then breathing out, you get into your Ashtanga Namaskar or laying in the ground. Feet together, hand will come in the front. Slowly, face goes high up. Then slowly, face comes towards the ground, towards your knee. Breathe in, you get into the Cobra pose. Hands here, and all the way high up, chest open and look high up. You do the opposite now. So from the Cobra pose, breathe out, and you get into your mountain pose in the opposite side. Feet high up, head comes down. Breathe in, you get into the horse riding pose. Asya Sanchalanasana opens up. Breathe out, you get into your Padahastasana, or hand touching your feet. Breathing in, hand goes all the way high up, all the way to the back. Hand raising pose, Hasta Uttanasana. And breathing out, hand comes in the front. Is there? Hands together in front of your chest, a prayer pose to the front. Pranamasana. Now notice, we started with the breathing in, ended with breathing out. 5 asanas in sequence. We started opposite side. Then the 2 asanas in the middle, number 6 and 7. Then exactly opposite way, other asanas. Wonderful, wonderful balancing practice. Do that. If you do that even 2, 4, 6 a day, that is enough to your start working in. Then when you get into the standing up poses, if you get a standing up poses, you practice your balancing poses. Very, very important. You get up, you know, many a time you like to keep a chair close to you because this is a very important practice. And when you become little senior, we say we're very little mature, we really don't want to practice. So the chair is in front of me, and remember, when you fall down, most of the time you will fall down. Let me see if I can put it out here. So you will fall down in your hand. So when you fall down in your hand, outstretched hand, because hand keeps a balance. It causes a fracture, called a Colles fracture. So remember, when there is all the practices when you need to fall down, like a wrestling, your martial art, maybe your taekwondo, even in the yoga practice, when you fall down, always try to fall down on your side. When you fall down on your side, protect your hand. Same way, I'm comfortable standing with my feet separate, so I put my feet together. Create a balance. And always you'll feel a little uncomfortable. And keep your, remember, spine straight. This is called your Dandasana or your mountain pose, Tadasana. Your ear, your shoulder, your hip and the ankle in the same line. Take care of your hands out of balance so your brain gets a signal to improve your balances. So put your hand to the back as a prayer pose to the back. Hands to the back as a prayer pose. What we have done before. Now you see, if you can stand with your non-dominant foot. I'm right-footed, right-handed. I'm standing on my left foot. I'm standing on my left foot and I'm counting. 10 seconds feels like 10 years. 20 seconds, 40 seconds. It's a wonderful practice. And you keep the chair or keep a little wall next to you. So if you get a little imbalance, always you can hold on to it. Very, very important. So, then what you do, put your hands in the back. Very comfortable, very comfortable. Many times a lot of people ask me that I cannot do it. What should I do? Focus. Pay attention, focus it. Maybe you look at one point, one-pointed focus. So you are on a one foot with a one-pointed focus and stay here. And after a while you're comfortable, what you do, close your eyes if you can stay with the closing your eyes. Initially it becomes almost impossible. I have been doing it for a long time. Still, I cannot do it properly. Eyes closed, standing on one foot and with your hands to the back. Wonderful balancing practice. Once you create a balance like this, your whole, as I said, work in progress. Same way to the opposite side. You will notice your one side is feeling easier than the other side. I'm right-handed, right-footed. Right side feels a little better. So still keep in focusing in your eyes. And close your eyes if you can stay here. So let me show you a little bit more of this balancing practices. These are little advanced practices. And remember, you really don't do any pranayama practice standing up. Because pranayama causes a little altered sense of consciousness. So you want to do pranayama sitting in a chair or sitting in the ground or even laying down. But what we do a little bit of a very gentle, simple Kapalbhati pranayama with the balancing poses to accentuate our balancing poses. And let me show it to you a little bit, then understand what I'm talking about. Another thing you always know, when you put your hands in the back, your balancing practice gets better. Balancing practice is really exercising your mind, exercising your brain. So if you can shut down the other balancing mechanisms like hands, eyes, that's what people ask me, what does eyes close and balance means? When your eyes are closed, hands in the back, your brain is working, mind is working overtime to keep you in a balance. That means you are exercising your brain a lot more than when you do with your eyes closed. Same way, if you do a, say, tree pose, Vrikasana, tree pose with the hands in the front, or hands in the top, or tree pose in the hands in the back, you'll feel it entirely different. So my hands are in the back in the prayer pose, I'm doing a tree pose. When I'm stable in my tree pose, if I can do a little Kapalbhati Pranayama, breath of fire in this posture. There cannot be any better practice of balancing like this. You can do any kind of balancing poses. These are the poses, and we do every morning the neti part, so it gets a little bit of a drainage when you're doing, your same way, hands to the back. Balance means activating both sides of your brain. So now, to the opposite foot. Tree pose, opposite foot. The opposite foot again, staying here, do a little Kapalbhati Pranayama. If you're practicing with me, please practice. Or if you look in the future, if you want to do it, practice it. Very simple. So a lot of other balancing practices you can do. You can do your warrior pose, warrior 3. You can do your all the sit-ups, push-ups, balancing. But most important balancing will be your activating both sides of your brain. It's your pranayama practice. Cannot be any better practice than your pranayama practice. Today I have another Zoom meeting. So this is our time of your Zoom meeting. So I'll be finishing around 11 o'clock today. So let me show it to you how you do the alternate nostril breathing as a balancing practice and activating of your mind, a meditative alternate nostril breathing without closing your nostril. Initially, sounds like almost impossible practice, but you will see slowly and slowly it becomes a very powerful practice. Again, sitting down, spine straight, mind quiets down with your mudra. Left hand, touch your index finger and thumb. This is called your Gyano Mudra or Dhyana Mudra, meditation mudra, put it over your left knee. Right hand, close your right nostril. You don't have to close it too tight. Just put it underneath your nasal opening. And before that, I'd like you to see if your nasal opening in the left nostril, right nostril equally open, or one side is more open than the other. Now here I'm breathing through my left nostril, in, breathing in and out. I feel my left nostril is not completely open. And as you know, in our yoga practice, we know that your nasal opening, it shifts from every 90 minutes to 2 hours from one nostril to the another nostril. So when I want to check my right nostril, my left nostril is closed. Both the nostrils are fairly open, but it's not the opening I like. So with the alternate nostril breathing, you will see with the alternate nostril breathing to open up both of them. When both the nostril is open, a sign of your balance. The left hand, the balancing pose. Right nostril is closed. Breathe out through your left nostril first. Breathe in through your left nostril. Drop your hand down, close your left nostril with the ring finger and little finger, and breathe out through your right nostril. Breathe in through your right nostril. Breathe out through your left nostril. Exhalation longer than inhalation. Keep doing your alternate nostril breathing and do with your eyes closed. Left nostril is controlled by your right brain. Right brain is intuitive. Right brain is female. Right brain is cooling. Left nostril breathing is called cooling nostril, called Chandra Nari, moon energy, or Ida Nari. Right nostril is controlled by the left brain. Left brain is analytical, left brain is male, left brain is heating. Right nostril breathing is called sun energy, Surya Nari, called Surya Bhedi Pranayama, or Pingala Nari. Many a time I notice that you get a discomfort in your hand. In that situation, you can guide your right elbow with your left hand and continue your alternate nostril breathing. Slowly bring your more concentration. Take your index finger and middle finger. Put it in between your eyebrows and the third eye. Close your eyes. Bring your attention to in between your eyebrows, the third eye, and continue your alternate nostril breathing. can feel clearly that both of my nostrils is opening up equally. Then incorporate more balance. You bring your holding the earlobe. Take the left hand. This is called a super brain yoga. Hold on to your left earlobe and continue your alternate nostril breathing. This is called your super brain yoga with alternate nostril breathing and focusing in your third eye. You can continue this practice and until you have any effort in breathing. If you don't have any effort in breathing, you continue the practice at least for 5 to 10 minutes. Once you do the 5 to 10 minutes of alternate nostril breathing, along with the focusing in the third eye and doing a super brain yoga, it will bring a profound amount of balance. You can do the same thing with the opposite hand to be a purist and bring the pure balance. Same way, you use your left hand, use the left index finger and middle finger, put it in the third eye, close your eyes and focus in your third eye. Close your left nostril with your thumb this time and put your ring finger and little finger over your right nostril opening. Breathe out through your left nostril. Take a deep breath in through your left nostril. Close your left nostril. Breathe out through your right nostril. Breathe in through your right nostril. Close your right nostril, breathe out through your left nostril. Then again, do the super brain yoga. This time you hold your left earlobe with the right hand and continue your alternate nostril breathing. See the balancing act you are creating throughout the whole practice, throughout the whole day. In a meditative balancing practice, you do a lot of meditation mudra. One nice meditation mudra is like putting your one hand on the top, put it at the level of your belly button, touch your thumb. This is a very nice meditative mudra. And the most powerful meditative mudra is touching your index finger and thumb and putting it. Now you will be doing a meditative alternate nostril breathing in silence without closing the nostril. Before that, we'll do a little bit of a pranic healing. Remember the healing, the restoration of homeostasis that takes place through your prana. Prana is the life force. Prana is a subtle energy. Prana is a subtle energy which keeps us awake, alert, and causes the healing of your body and mind. Breath is not the prana. Breath is the carrier of the prana. Metaphorically, breath is like an electric cable And prana is your electricity. In yogic tradition, it is not our lung which does breathing, our whole body breathes. Our skin is breathing, our liver is breathing, our kidney is breathing, our heart is breathing, and we bring the prana, the healing force or healing energy, to the organ of healing. Then we do the meditative alternate nostril breathing. You always breathe through your nose. God gave you a nose to breathe. God gave our mouth to talk and to eat. Do not breathe through your mouth. Remember, if you breathe, always breathe out first. Because lung is like a balloon. It has a 6-liter capacity. You have a 1.5 liter always sitting there to keep the lung open. You have a 4.5 liter called vital capacity, which you can exchange. Normally we exchange only 0.5 liter. So when you breathe out, you empty your lungs, you can breathe in. When you breathe in through your nostril, air goes through your nose, air gets filtered. Nose is a filter. Nose is your personal air conditioner. If outside air is warm, it will cool it down. If outside air is cool, it will warm it up. Air goes on the side of your nostril called turbinate. Turbinate guides the air to slides over the mucosa of your sinuses, then to the larynx, then to the trachea and to the lung. Going over the mucosa of the sinuses, it releases a substance called nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is a potent vasodilator and activator of your parasympathetic tone. The activator of parasympathetic tone are acetylcholine, cyclic GMP, nitric oxide. Then the air goes into the upper part of the lung, middle part of the lung, lower part of the lung, almost to the level of your belly button. Visualize air is coming out from the lower part of the lung, middle part of the lung, upper part of the lung, behind your throat, coming out through your nose. Outside your nose, it's picking up prana, the life force. Prana is coming through your nostril, through your inhaled air. Prana is going behind your throat, upper part of the chest, lower part of the lung, middle part of the lung, lower part of the lung. Then the prana is going to the organ of healing. I have a heart problem, I'm visualizing prana is coming to my heart. Pranic healing, healing by prana. If I have a diabetes, I'm visualizing prana is coming to my pancreas to cause proper healing of pancreas and proper release of the insulin. If I have a back problem, I'm visualizing prana is coming to my back and doing a healing of my back. I have a knee problem, I'm visualizing prana is coming to my knee and creating healing of my knee. Pranic healing. Stay in silence. Meditation is quieting down your mind. Meditation is in a state when the chattering of the mind goes away. Normally, we have a lot of thought process. In a day, we have thousands and thousands of thought process. Most of the thought process are in the past. Another one is in the future. Very little thought process in the present. All the thought process in the present are also repeat thought process. I have to come, I have to teach, I have to do that. Continuously chatter in your mind. Meditation, you enter in between the thought process. Start widening the gaps. You still have the thought process, but there is no repeat thought process, no chattering of your mind. And then you carry it throughout the whole day. In a silence, you visualize you are breathing out through your left nostril, breathing in through your left nostril, breathing out through your right nostril, breathing in through your right nostril, breathing out through your left nostril. Close your eyes. Stay in silence. Bring your awareness to your breath and do the alternate nostril breathing without closing your nostril in a state of meditative alternate nostril breathing. Slowly bring your hands in front of your heart chakra. Touch your little finger and thumb. Separate your ring finger, middle finger and index finger. It's called Lotus Mudra. Lotus Mudra connects your body, mind and spirit. Slowly bring the lotus in front of your heart, the side of the soul. Yoga therapy is the activation of your inner balance. Inner balance is a homeostasis. Inner balance is the restoration of the homeostasis. Restoration of homeostasis is healing. Healing in yoga therapy practice is from working in. It is from the gross to subtle to manifest. We practice the balancing poses of our gross body with the asana practice. We practice the balancing of both sides of the brain with our alternate nostril breathing. We practice the balancing with the everyday using both the hands, both the feet equally, like ambidextrous. When you get up in the steps, we put the left first, then the right, left, then the right. When you walk, we put your left first, then the right, not one foot all the time. Please be practicing balances. The balance will bring your healing, inner healing. activate your default mode network, and you finish with the pumping and cupping. Keep rubbing your hands, keep rubbing your hands. When you feel the warmth in your hand, make the hand as a cup. If you're wearing glasses, remove your glasses. Take both the hands, put it over your eyes like a cup. Let the eyes take all the heat from your hand. It relaxes your ciliary muscles, relaxes your eyes. Then slowly massage your forehead, massage your eyes, massage your face. All the muscles of the face is attached to your skin, and the contraction causes all the lines and all the furrows, all the frowning, so this all goes away. Slowly massage your back of your ear, front of your ear, tragus. This is called auricular branch of vagus nerve. Slowly bring your hand down, massage your carotid sinuses. It's a wonderful carotid sinus. Then massage all the way to the back of your neck with the front. Put your hands in front. This is a wonderful practice. Thank you for participating in today's session. This was the first session of 2021. We'll meet you again on next Saturday. And if you have any requests, please let me know. I'll try to fulfill your request. Okay? And I'm sorry I have to finish a little early today because I have another Zoom meeting I need to join. Thank you again.